This is Dale Williams. He's now being sentenced after confessing to corrupting his ex-girlfriend and fatally murdering her. She's a mother, and her two sons are in the courtroom. You see 30-year-old Anthony jumping over the table and 23-year-old Jerome Stewart grabbing Anthony Williams by the leg. Dale Williams was sentenced to 23 years to life in prison after his original sentence was suspended, and the judge sentenced his two sons to 30 days in prison for assault on a court, contempt of court, and obstructing official business. This is Michael Madison. The now convicted serial killer from East Cleveland, Ohio, is said to have 5 murders, all of them women. During his sentencing hearing, Van Terry took the stand and testified that he was victimized by the man who tortured and murdered his 18-year-old daughter.
Touched our families, taking my child.
And that's when it's said that Terry looks at Madison and Madison smiles at him. In 2016, Madison was sentenced to death and is currently on death row. This is Larry Nassar, an American sex offender and former osteopathic doctor. For 18 years, he was the United States Women's National Gymnastics Doctor, a job that gave him access to hundreds of girls and women he abused.
I really feel that my entire family has gone through hell and back these last few months because of what Larry Nassar did to both of my sisters and I years ago. I have known Larry Nassar for most of my life. He once was someone I had always trusted.
Judge, would a distraught father have a chance to say something?
Go ahead, sir. If
You son.
in a courtroom, we don't use profanity, but if you have some words that you would like to say, I would like to give you the opportunity to say
I would
them.
ask you to, as part of this sentencing, to grant me 5 minutes in a locked room with this demon.
I have
Would
a
you
feel-
do that?
that is not how
Yes or
our...
no?
No, sir, I can't.
Would you
do
give me
that.
1 minute?
You know that I can't do that. That's not how our legal system
Well, I'm gonna have
works.
to stop.
Stay down. Stay down.
Press Morgan. I'll stay down. Man, get up. Yeah, get over here, Matthew. Hurry up.
I want that stuff.
Behind your back.
Give me 1 minute with that. What if this happened to you guys?
Not behave like that. No one can behave like this. I want to make sure it's crystal clear.
You haven't lived through it, lady.
He was sentenced to between 40 and 175 years in prison after 60 years in prison for various crimes, which means that he will be sentenced to at least 100 years in prison, that is, life imprisonment. His father received no punishment for his assault. This is Jason Howard. He was involved in a murder because he is now in the courthouse, but 5 months ago his ex-girlfriend and 3 children were found dead in their own home. Howard was the only one taken care of, and in an interview he said he was innocent.
I mean, I was a protector and a provider for my family, but I wasn't there to protect them and die with them. And I wish I was. I mean, to be honest with you, I'd rather be dead right now.
But he is in court for a completely different murder, and he is in court for a murder of 4. His ex-girlfriend and her children are still unsolved, but the girlfriend's family claims that he is responsible for the deaths, and the brother of the dead girlfriend storms the courtroom. Both brother and cousin were charged with assaulting Jason. Jason Howard was sentenced to 44 years to life in prison for an unrelated murder.